Parshas Vayera tells us the story of the destruction of Sodom as well as the dramatic last-minute escape of Lot and his family. The people of Sodom were famous for their wicked behavior and they deserved this destruction. But why did Lot merit to be saved? Which merit did he do to deserve being saved? Was it bringing guests into his home at risk of death, showing love for the needy and inspiring his daughter to do so against the grain of his surroundings? Surprisingly enough, the Medrash quoted by Rashi tells us that it was not. Rather, it was because of an incident that had occurred soon after Avram, Sarah and Lot had arrived in Canaan and then been forced to descend to Mitzrayim due to famine. Avram, realizing that his beautiful wife Sarah would be a target for the low Egyptians who are likely to kill him to release his wife from her marriage, agreed with Sarah that they would say that they were brother and sister. At that moment, Lot could have stepped forward and revealed the true nature of Avram and Sarah's relationship, but he remained silent. Many years later, this silence at that crucial juncture saved him from being killed in Sodom. What seems so surprising is that this was the merit that saved Lot. What was so special about him keeping a secret to prevent his relative from being killed? The Alto Slobodka explains that Lot's kindness and hospitality were just habits that he had acquired while growing up in Avram's spiritual home, rather than behavior that he had to work hard to achieve. They were external actions that he did by rote, without real thought or meaning. Here, however, was one time in his life where he demonstrated real strength, and he went directly against his nature. During the summer months, Rabbi Schwartz had promised his children that he would take them swimming at a water park. He was a busy man, and by the time that they were able to get to the water park, it was very late, and they were told there was not much time left. Rabbi Schwartz asked the manager, "What time do we need to get out of the water?" The manager replied, "Exactly 8 o'clock. That will give you 15 minutes to get ready before the 8:15 closing time." Rabbi Schwartz considered and accepted, and his excited children rushed off to change and jump into the water. As closing time approached, the manager, however, did not keep his word. And already at 7:45, he was loudly announcing that everyone should immediately leave the water now. Rabbi Schwartz is not normally someone to take things lying down, and he began to argue. The rest of the swimmers also started to join in, decrying the injustice and deciding that none of them would leave the pool until the clock strikes 8 o'clock. Finally, Rabbi Schwartz's good nature got the better of him, and he decided that despite clearly being in the right, to let it slide, and made his way out of the pool. When the other swimmers saw that their ringleader had given in, they too began to emerge and head out to the changing rooms. As soon as the pool started to empty, there was a loud cry from one of the lifeguards to his associate, "Run! Quick, there's a child lying on the bottom of the pool." The lifeguards immediately jumped into the water and dragged the boy, who was unconscious, not breathing, and without a pulse. Rabbi Schwartz, alerted by the shout of the lifeguards, turned around and to his astonishment and great distress realized that the boy was one of his own children. The lifeguards were working on him, and Baruch Hashem, after a short period of CPR, the child began to breathe and gradually regain consciousness. His condition slowly stabilized, and by the next day, he was already walking around as if nothing happened. Perhaps we can say he's a walking miracle, because had he stayed in the pool just a few more moments, the outcome could have been tragically very different. Rabbi Schwartz said that he learned a great lesson from his personal story. There's a great reward that awaits someone who's mavata, that forgoes something that's due to him, even when he's clearly in the right. Had I not decided at that moment to give in, the pool would not have been empty, and his child would not have been visible to the lifeguards. We often underestimate what an amazing achievement it is when we overcome our natural desires. Yes, it's natural to want to say over gossip or secrets, but every moment that we succeed in defeating that drive, we can change both ourselves and the world more than we can possibly imagine. Have a beautiful Shabbos.